All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at Wiscasset Speedway with some spotlight interviews brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts with about 27 Napa locations throughout the state of Maine. We got the 8X of Ethan Dinsmore. I wanted to talk to him because he just turned some fast lap times, third in the practice speed chart. So Ethan, third, must feel pretty good.
Yeah, it feels really good. We fighting some overheating problems right now, so we're a little worried about that. But other than that, we're very happy with how fast it is.
What do you think it could be?
We're not very sure yet. We think it could be a head gasket or a cracked head, so it could be pretty severe.
Well, it's cooling down. I mean, if it's something severe, then, nothing you can do about that. But it was pretty hot in practice, and the temperature is cooling. Maybe she'll stay down on temperatures.
That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah,
So,
I would imagine.
Yeah.
And I, just wanted to congratulate you, because we haven't seen you really run up front this season. So third in that practice that's about the best I've seen you run so far. So that's awesome.
We were a little hot under the helmet for that practice, so we were driving the out of it. So. Yeah.
What do you mean? Did it get a little sketchy out there? I see. I saw one car go around, right?
Tempers were flaring under the helmet from having it overheat early on, so we were just didn't care at that point.
I gotcha. Yeah. All right, so Tyler Dinsmore. Hey, Tyler, what's the relationship here?
He's my cousin.
All right, and I see you got out a little bit late in the season, right? You haven't been here right from week 1, right?
We were here on week 1, but we had issues with the carburetor and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So I didn't see you out on the track then, but you have been here since week 1. How you been liking it? Is this your rookie season?
Yes, it is, and I actually really enjoy it. It's pretty fun.
So, where were you in? You must have been in a different class before street stocks, or did you just get right into racing right into street stock?
It's a Outlaw Mini, but yeah.
My bad. I thought you guys were both running street stocks here. Okay, so Tyler is in the Outlaw Mini class.
Yeah, I just jumped right into it, and on the Mini Mayhem, had a good line, and I just set myself forward.
And how'd you do in that Outlaw Mini race?
It was really loose, and we don't really know much on that car, so I just dropped out, but.
I gotcha. So your whole family, the Dinsmore family, you guys, between the whole family, you must have some pretty good connections on cars and stuff, and they probably helped you, get your feet wet into racing?
Yeah, my dad, he's been helping me pretty much on this whole thing, and then Bernie Dinsmore, he's the car owner. But it's been going good lately, so I think we'll be good. We'll be going good this season.
Yeah, I knew there was another one of you guys. Bernie runs the 3X. Where's Bernie tonight?
This is the motor in Ethan's car, and, well, he doesn't have a motor, so he's not racing.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? You get in a bad wreck in a race and letting another friend or family member borrow the motor.
Yep, that's how it goes around here.
All right, so Tyler Dinsmore and Ethan Dinsmore, good luck tonight, you guys.
All right, thank you.
Good luck, Tyler.
Thank you.
Let's go Strictly Street Racing. Once again, Ethan Dinsmore, Ashton Burgess, row number 1. Row 2 is going to be Scott Wiggin and Scott Eck. Row 3 is Paul Lund in the 84 and Brady Romano in the 78. And Mike Haynes in the 67 wraps up the field. Scott Eck in the 27, having a tough time getting her going. We're going to call that one. I thought we did. I guess we're still going green. Lots of not up to snuff happening here. We are under green flag conditions despite popular belief, but the yellow flag will finally come out as Ethan Dinsmore and Scott Eck both almost to a halt in 3 and 4. Go green this time at the line with Scott Wiggin and Paul Lund. An all-new front row with 9 laps to go for Strictly Street Heat number 1. And from the outside, the 84, Paul Lund looking strong down the backstretch. Here comes Mike Haynes in the 67, up tight on Wiggin. Scott Wiggin in the 26, having a tough time hanging on to a very loose car. And Haynes is going to take over second down the back chute. Wiggin back to third now. Smooth sailing ahead so far for Paul Lund with almost a straightaway on Mike Haynes. And they're neck and neck for third. Brady Romano trying to crack the top 3 in the 78. Wiggin continues to fight an ill-handling car. Ashton Burgess looking down low for the top 4 in the 34 car. Halfway flags are out, 5 to go. This one is all Paul Lund in the 84. Still duking it out for 4th and 5th though. Scott Wiggin and Ashton Burgess just about bumper to bumper. Burgess once again to the inside. Wiggin finally lets the door open down low, and Burgess in the 34 will take over the 4th spot. 3 to go for Paul Lund. Strictly Street, heat number 1 with 2 laps to go. Paul Lund from Buxton, Maine takes the white flag this time over Mike Haynes from Livermore Falls and Brady Romano from Livermore Falls as well. Checkered flag is going to wave this time for the 84, Paul Lund. And a correction on that lineup, the 82 is Chaz Briggs. Evidently, he's not feeling too confident tonight, so he dropped to the rear. So the 08 is Matt Cannon. And we're green with Caleb Emerson Maines leading lap 1. As you can see, the 82, Chaz Briggs, just out there collecting points. And he'll probably heading pit side momentarily, but Caleb Emerson Maines continues to lead, pulling away to a few car length lead, as it is Wade Kennedy and Keith Drost battling side by side for second. The 00 looks to clear, and Matt Cannon follows up the inside in the 08. Keith Drost looking for an opening to drop in line single file as Matt Cannon cracks the top 3. All over the back bumper of Wade Kennedy. Matt Cannon trying to muscle his way underneath. He sticks the nose in there, and contact is made into 3. Wade Kennedy gets a little sideways but hangs on. Halfway flags are out, and Wade Kennedy has a rear view mirror full of Matt Cannon Jr. trying once again to get to the bottom in turn 3. He'll do it this time. And he'll make the pass in that corner. Matt Cannon in the 08 moves up to second. Wade Kennedy drops down in line quickly before Keith Drost could fill the hole. And Matt Cannon looks to be reeling in your leader, but he might run out of time. Only 2 laps to go for Caleb Emerson Maines. Matt Cannon is turning a 1/10 of a second faster lap time, but with 1 lap to go, this one looks like it's all Caleb Emerson Maines in the 4. Wade Kennedy continues to hang on to 3rd, and it's a 3-car battle for 4th. Keith Drost, Jeremy Glacier, and Chad Wills all stacked up deep in the field. Checkered flag waves for Caleb. Let's go green with Zach Emerson and Josh St. Clair. Tapley trying to hang on to third, but they're stacking up behind the 25 car. And Kurt Hewins not shy to go 3 wide. All the way up in the third groove, but it doesn't work out so well. Getting pinched up almost into the wall. This time he's going to make it work into 3. Kurt Hewins takes over third. Kurt Hewins didn't like to see them guys checking out front. It is Zach Emerson and Josh St. Clair, and Kurt Hewins wraps up your top 3. Then it's Jason Gabry in 4th, and Mike Delano wrapping up the top 5. But up front, Josh St. Clair is looking to the high side of your leader, coming around for the halfway flags this time. It's still Zach Emerson. Kurt Hewins is reeling them in a hurry. 4 laps to go, and Hewins is almost there. Coming around for 3 laps to go, and they're tightening up the top 3. We've got ourselves a barn burner to wrap up tonight's heat race action. They are stacking up Zach Emerson, Josh St. Clair, and Kurt Hewins. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a correction on the 23 car. That is Jonathan Emerson in the 23. Coming around for the white flag, they're double file behind him. Jonathan Emerson has the lead at the line that time, but Kurt Hewins down the backstretch has the nose out front going into turn 3. They're coming to the checkered.
.52 100ths of a second. Margin of victory .052 for Kurt Hewins. Green flag is out. Here we go. Winging him out 3 wide. Watch Josh St. Clair steam up on the high side. Kurt Hewins right there with him. In the meantime, up front, Lund and Haynes side by side. Brady Romano right there with him in 3rd. Then you go back to Ashton Burgess, the rookie in the 34. His first chance to start up in the lead pack. 3 wide back behind them. Keith Drost and Wade Kennedy working their way toward the front. All running toward the top 5. Oh, Wiggin is in the wall on the backstretch. Red flag. Mandatory red flag with contact in the wall. Safety crew quickly out. He was right in the middle of a pack that was running 3 wide. Looks like he's hopping up out of the car. Scott Wiggin, yeah, give him a wave. He'll be back. All right, we are gradually back up to speed. Lund will bring him down into turn 3 once again. Romano trying to hang tough on the outside, but Mike Haynes grabbing back that second spot. Romano's there, as well as the Daisy Valley Racing teammates of Scott Eck and Mac Hannon Jr. Eck in 4th, Hannon in 5th, right behind him. Big pack of cars back behind them. Chaz Briggs heading back down pit road. Chaz still trying to get things back together after that car took a really bad hit in turn 2 a couple weeks ago. Mike Haynes loading up for a try now in the number 67. Haynes there in the tire tracks of the race leader. Teammates now racing side by side for the 3rd position. Scott Eck has got it. Mac Hannon Jr. wants it. Hannon there in 4th. Brady Romano still hanging strong in the top 5. Oh, Jason Gabriel gets caught up with Drost and the number 74. Time to go back racing, 8 laps complete. Lund and Hayes. Paul Lund and Mike Haynes get this one back underway, with the Daisy Valley teammates back behind them. Scott Eck in 3rd and Mac Hannon Jr. 4th. 3 wide onto the front stretch. Mac Hannon through the middle. Haynes got kicked out of line and pays the price. Three wide work that time, but it was tight company. And as I said, Mike Haynes paying the price as he's caught on the outside. He's lost 3 positions, in danger of losing more. Usually once a race, I end up calling Mike Ryan. Problem for Ethan Dinsmore in the 8X. He has to bail out. Mac Hannon Jr. had the lead last time by and completes the pass onto the front stretch. Halfway this time by the stripe. Mac Hannon coming into the weekend 2nd in points in this class, tied with Jeremy Glazier. Josh St. Clair right now mired back in traffic, running in the 10th position. So Hannon looking to bite into that 34-point lead he had at the beginning of the night. Little contact back there between Jeremy Glazier in the 99 and Wade Kennedy in the 00X. Mike Haynes has finally settled down into the 7th position. This time by, make it 16 complete. '57 inching his way around Andrew Glenn in his first race here in the Strictly Streets. Got to give a shout out to Brady Romano, that 78 car still there in the top 5. showing one of his best races of the season. Trying to hold off Jeremy Glazier right now. And just like that, Romano gets kicked out of line. Had just called Brady Romano's number a moment ago, and I guess I jinxed him. He was looking to turn in his best finish here in the street stock division. 99 is done. That's the word from the pit side. So again, the guy who stands to capitalize on that is Wade Kennedy. And Mac Hannon, of course. Hannon back in charge. Here they come onto the front stretch. Teammate Scott Eck up into second. Eck looking for a career best finish there in the number 27. Lund back to third. He led a good portion of this race. Josh St. Clair still on the charge. Watch that 51 on the outside. He's up to fifth. Not content. He's got a couple guys set up there on the outside. Josh St. Clair still on the charge. Drives around the 67. Now drives around the 84. Looking to crack the top three. Haynes looking on the low side. 3 wide into turn 3. And 2 laps to go. Lund gets up into the corner, overdrives it into turn 1. Josh St. Clair drifting all the way through turn 2. Oh, Haynes gets turned into the wall. Red flag. Oh, big hit for Mike Haynes. Josh St. Clair, he's trying to save it all the way through turn 1 and 2. Lund just overdrove it into turn 1 and right up into Josh St. Clair. And St. Clair trying to fight it down the backstretch, ends up clipping the tail end of Haynes as he got by. And we will await word from our safety crew. All right, they're letting us know Mike Haynes is alert and talking to our safety crew right now. Obviously, the wind knocked out of him. Want to take time and make sure he is just okay. How hard of a hit he took in this machine. And again, the work, the safety work, the roll bars, the seat, the harness, everything. That car has been shortened up a lot. Pace car comes in. Green-white checker finish coming at you. Lead pair look good. Pulling away a little bit. Hannon reclaims the lead. Eck settles it down into second. White flag coming this time by the stripe. Wade Kennedy has jumped up into the third spot. Lund and Emerson side by side for fourth. Final time down through turn 3 and 4. Checkered flag awaits. Mac Hannon Jr. will take the win. And one more car to come, but let's get ready to head trackside one final time with Steve Perry.
So yeah, something you hadn't mentioned, Ken, I was believing they were teammates, so that's a big deal. And Mac, you look like you had a stout piece tonight.
Yeah, we've done a few things over the last week, but found out the rear shocks were blown, so we put new shocks in it, and that's all we did from the last week. But man, this thing was on. I was going to make a few adjustments before the feature, and Dave Brandon said, don't touch it. It's going to cool off. It's going to be fast. Leave it alone.
You racers love to out-engineer and over-engineer and dial yourself out, but, I mean, obviously a win's important to you, but pretty big day for the teammate. First ever podium here at Wiscasset Speedway, you know?
I'm super pumped for Scott. This is awesome. He's had a rough year. Last year he struggled a little bit. Man, they're gaining, and super awesome for the Daisy Valley team.
No, absolutely. Talk about, obviously you mentioned Dave Brandon, but talk about some other people that made it possible for you to end up here.
My whole family right here, my crew. Jessica, my dad, Andrew, Logan. They stand behind me 110% every week. You want to say hi real quick? Say hi.
Hi.
So he loves it. This is awesome. My brother Brad, man, we put a lot of we put a lot of time and effort in this thing, and building it from scratch myself. We bent every piece of pipe in it, all the tin work, everything. It's a real proud moment, you know, when you can come out here and compete against, you know, chassis built, you know, professional built cars and stuff.
No, and it's anytime you win, it's big. But obviously, when your teammate finishes runner-up, makes it a big day. So let's hear it for the winner in the Strictly Street, Mac Hannon. Hey, let's talk about this day, man. I mean, first podium finish up here. I mean, a few years back, you won a championship racing Mad Bombers down at Beech Ridge, and then you made the move up here. And this is a tough class. I mean, when you race the Hewins and the Sinclairs, your teammate, and tonight it all came together, and you find yourself challenging for a win now, you know, on your first ever podium finish.
Yep. Yeah, everybody here is fast, and everybody races so well together. Congrats to Mac, obviously. Wade, good run. Real happy with how the car is. First finish of the year, so that's something. Can't thank Daisy Valley enough. Everybody, family, my girls, my wife. Final finish, ceramic coating, AutoFab, Diesel's Chop Shop, everybody that helps. Couldn't be here without him. And I have to thank Scott Chubbuck because he put this thing back together after we broke in the heat. And yeah, we're here.
Might not be a win, but it's a win when you get to celebrate and podium finish here in Victory Lane.
That's right. It feels like one.
All right, congratulations to Scott Eck. Here's a guy, a second podium finish of the year. Hopefully you can keep this one, Wade. But I mean, that was quite a race up front. You did battle with a lot of different people to end up third. And talk about the race in your perspective.
The race was good. There's a couple guys that should probably be spoken to about rough riding. Just drive through, nowhere to go. You don't get to drive through the bottom of somebody. You see in front of them. It's just common sense of a racer, but it was good. I like everybody up here. It's good, stout competition. Everybody's fast, and they all run clean for the most part, besides a few of them, but it's good racing. I like the track. Give a shout out to my sponsors, East Coast Communication, Holshire Farms, Southern Maine Pools. I want to give a big shout out to one of our truck drivers, Big Ed. He just passed away. So rest in peace to him.
Yeah, no, and big changes for you. I mean, a lot of people go into the following year and have changed. You're the reigning Wildcat champion from Beech Ridge. Your track just went away. You found out championship night that it was no longer. So you guys had to make a decision, and you're calling Wiscasset home. You guys are enjoying it, taking home some hardware, and racing some stiff competition.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we like the track, like the facility. Everybody here is awesome. They're nice people, and we like coming here. We'll be back.
Yeah, it won't be long before you're standing in Victory Lane. So congratulations on the third place finish, Wade Kennedy.